Serbian historians would say that the 1389 Kosovo battle was lost. But foreign historians disagree and have different theories about the battle outcome. Canadian scholar David Bruce MacDonald wrote a book called Balkan Holocausts. Yes, he put question mark in the title. He mentioned Kosovo battle and its importance for sub-national identity. The details of the battle, including the identity of the actual winners and losers, are sketchy at best. While Robert Kaplan and James Marriott both insist that the Serbs lost decisively, Tim Judah advances that the Serbs may have actually won the battle, based on a variety of contemporary dispatches. Reviewing a wealth of evidence, Noel Malcolm insists that the battle was a draw, neither side having clinched definitive victory. In the Serbian legend of the battle, however, there was no ambiguity. The Serbs lost and were thereafter subjected to 5 centuries of Ottoman rule. I wouldn't say there was wealth of evidence. Due to the lack of historical sources, historians are forced to speculate and guess. They often base their opinions on what sounds best to them. What do we actually know about the battle? I will give you a short summary of the time before the battle. In 1371, Serbian Emperor Uroš died childless. Serbian Empire started to crumble. Many local noblemen used the opportunity to become independent. One of the nobles was Lazar Hrebeljanović. He had title of knez, which is usually translated as prince in English. Serbian epic poetry gave Lazar title of emperor, Serbian Tsar, similar to Russian Tsar. Prince Lazar was married to Milica, who was distant cousin of Emperor Uroš. However, Lazar didn't use his wife's origin to claim the title of emperor. At the same time, Ottoman Empire started to expand into the Balkans. There were several battles between Serbs and Ottomans. In 1386, Battle of Pločnik near Prokuplje in Serbia resulted in Serbian victory. Serbs were led by Prince Lazar. Ottomans were led by Lala Shahin Pasha. Serbs had 15,000 soldiers and Ottomans had 20,000 soldiers. Serb historians place the battle in 1386, but some foreign historians argue it was in 1385 or 1387. Details about the actual battle are scarce. But Serbian victory was undeniable. We don't know how big were Serbian human losses. Would they impact Serbian strength in 1389? Sources cannot agree about the size of Serbian Ottoman armies in 1389. Serbs had either 12,000, 15,000, 20,000 or 25,000 soldiers. Ottomans had either 27,000, 30,000 or 40,000 soldiers. This is crucial for the understanding of the battle. The 12,000 Serbs fighting against 40,000 Ottomans is very different from 25,000 Serbs fighting 27,000 Ottomans. The first would be massacre and the second would be rather balanced odds. In medieval times, battle was won if the enemy leader was killed or captured. Serb leader was Prince Lazar and Ottoman leader was Sultan Murat. They both died. Prince Lazar died either during the battle or after being captured. If Lazar died before Murat, then Ottomans would be victorious. But if Murat died before Lazar, then Serbs would be victorious. Ottoman historian gave detailed account of the battle only in 1521, 132 years after the actual battle. Mehmed Neshri claimed that Serbs had 500,000 soldiers in 1389. So I wouldn't take his account as correct. I'm not sure if there were 500,000 Serbs in 1389, including women and children. Balkan had no population censuses, so it is impossible to estimate the size of the population. Early European reports about the battle focused on Sultan's death. It would be the only time in Ottoman history that Sultan was killed on the battlefield. Bosnian King Tvrtko claimed in letters that he defeated Ottoman army in Kosovo. Bosnian knights did participate in the battle, but Tvrtko wasn't there. In 1416, one Italian source claimed that it was Prince Lazar who killed Sultan Murad. Sounds nice, but it's not true. The sources agree that both Serbian and Ottoman sides suffered huge human losses. If Serbs were victorious, this would be Pyrrhic victory. A Pyrrhic victory is a victory that inflicts such a devastating toll on the victor that it is tantamount to defeat. Such a victory negates any true sense of achievement or damages long-term progress. Ottomans could have achieved Pyrrhic victory themselves. Both Sultan's sons participated in the battle. After Sultan was killed, his son Bayazid killed his other son Yakub. Bayazid had to return to Ottoman capital Bursa as quickly as possible to secure his reign. He had no time to burn Serbian villages. Some scholars see this as evidence of Serbian victory. They say that defeated Bayazid had to escape. Another fact they use as evidence is that Bayazid didn't take Lazar's capital, Kruševac. In fact, Bayazid negotiated with Lazar's widow, Milica. Lazar's son Stefan was still a child, but he had to become Ottoman vassal. Lazar's daughter Olivera became one of Bayazid's wives. Serbia would be annexed in 1459, 70 years after the Kosovo battle. Serbia would gain partial independence in 1817 and full independence in 1878. So it's closer to 4 centuries under Ottoman rule than 5 centuries. Why would Serbs lie about losing the battle? There are 2 theories. Pyrrhic victory was so bad that Serbs forgot they actually won. Serb enemies claim that Serbs lie in order to make Serbian history more tragic. Their hypothesis is that Serbs like to play victims and victims cannot win the battles. But Serbs won battles against Ottomans in Dubravnica 1381 and in Pločnik 1386. I have to notice that Serbs see themselves as martyrs and not victims. What is the difference between martyr and victim? Victims did not choose what happened to them. Martyrs chose to sacrifice their lives for greater good. Prince Lazar is canonized by Serbian Church as holy martyr and saint. Why is it important for Serb enemies that Serbs won the battle? If Serbs won the battle and still became Ottoman vassals, this would mean that Serbs voluntarily chose to become vassals. This aligns with enemy claim how Serbs and Turks were best friends. They like to mention how Serbs were part of the Ottoman army that ransacked Constantinople in 1453. They also invent that Serbian Princess Mara was the mother of Sultan Mehmed II, who took Constantinople. In reality, she was his adoptive mother. Since Mara was great-granddaughter of Lazar, then Mehmed II would be Lazar's descendant. This would make a great story, but it isn't true. Whenever someone mentions friendship between Serbs and Ottomans, I like to tell them to check out Wikipedia for Serbian-Ottoman wars and battles. The list is very impressive. The list also shows that Serbs didn't give up their land easily. This is just short list for the years 1400 to 1459. What do I think? We cannot be sure who won the battle. I assume that after losing both leaders in the battle, surviving commanders were in total chaos. So it is possible that they were unsure about the result of the battle. I would say that the battle was lost because Serbia had to become Ottoman vassal. Serbian Princess Olivera was practically given as a hostage. I don't think Serbs would lie about losing the battle. I find it interesting that only foreign historians feel the need to question the battle result.